this isn't ideal. This is at night. I've just taken their heat plate out. They're 5 and 6 weeks. They're inside. It is the middle of winter, getting down close to 0 degrees overnight. But I put a lightweight, water-resistant, they're getting noisy, sleeping bag over them. I put their food on the floor. They've been treated for coccidiosis a couple of times. I don't know if there's any coccidiosis in there, but they seem pretty good. And I'm terrified of putting them outside because that's when they tend to get sick and die. And I think it's the coccidiosis and worms and everything because it's been wet since I've owned this property, which is 3.5 years. We've had 7 floods. We've had torrential. We had a flood in our area, but our property didn't really flood. But this year, so technically 8 floods. So, but it was torrential rain, and the thing is it's just made it a breeding house for worms and coccidiosis. And what I did was I had 2 guinea fowl die, and then the third was on the brink of death, and I wormed them, and I had already wormed them all because they were fairly young, and it brought it back from the brink of death. So the thing is, and I know that other breeders in this area are having the same issues with chickens and guinea fowl. So because these guys just get killed from coccidiosis, I'm not really sure what to do, except I don't think I'll put them in the small crate because I'm losing birds in the small crate at a bigger rate than I am when they go into the big pen. Now this is obviously too small for them, but at the moment they're keeping each other warm, and look, they're going to jump up. They have got little perches areas, but like with that around there. It's their water. I know it's dirty. It's because I don't have a lot of water to clean things out, so the outside of it looks dirty. It's not really that dirty. It's just almost could do with a bleach or a dishwashing liquid or something. But anyway, so they're very good. They were hiding in the corner, and I told them to stop hiding, and then they came over and ate. And as I say, like, their food's on the ground. They got cleaned out recently. They need to be cleaned out again. I know, and I will grab probably this pied one here. One of the big pied ones for a cuddle. Because it's just nice, and it's getting used to it. The babies freak out. The little ones just go ballistic. I get embarrassed about things being like dirty like that there, the outside of it. It's clean, like I smell it and rinse it if it needs it. Sometimes it smells like perfectly fine, so I don't bother rinsing it. The ones outdoors tend to get rinsed every time I use them because they all tend to, well, sometimes they smell okay, but yeah, these ones are pretty clean. It's only the base that gets dirty from being kicked up. It's in here, and I'll empty it out tomorrow because they kick stuff into the saucers, and yeah, they don't have a dish anymore. They're too big. But as you can see, look, at the moment, they're keeping themselves warm. We're in the middle of winter. I'm really not sure what to do with them, apart from perhaps, I'm just thinking, like, to get them outside, because they're going to be too big for this. 5 to 6 weeks they are. They'll be, 5.5 to 6.5 weeks they are. Now, if it was summer, they could go outside, right? But they need to be held in a bit longer. I'll hold them in here for as long as I possibly can. And now that the heat plate has gone from here, that gives them more room. And I could kind of put more perchy things in here, but I think I'm better off keeping the space. If they really wanted to, they could all perch around on that. And it's not a bad size for their feet. But they tend to cuddle up, and they've been cuddling up under the heat lamp. I think they'll be warm enough in here because it's inside. I'm in here now. It's not too bad. I don't run a heater or anything in here. It's too dangerous. I mean, I could run like an air conditioning heater, but I'm not going to do that. It's too expensive. And I think they'll be fine now. I wouldn't have taken the heat plate out if I didn't think that they'd be fine. But there's so many of them, and they're a nice little group. They were hatched under 2 different hens, and the eggs took like a week to hatch because they got flooded. So I'm just going to see how they go and then make decisions accordingly. I don't want to put them out in the dog crate. I want to clean that out. I think it's got a lot of coccidiosis in there or something, and I just don't want to put any more birds back in there until I fix it up. And the aviaries would have it on the ground for sure, because it's everywhere on the ground. And the old aviary that they have that I haven't cleaned out yet and I've locked it up, that's got like deep bedding that needs to be shoveled out. And that's definitely got a lot of coccidiosis and worm burden in there. So they're all better off in the big aviary, which I'm going to extend quite easily out the back. And then I need to build a second aviary, but I've decided it's probably easier to actually just extend it and have a little walkway through there for them that I can easily cut off and make them into two. Yeah, I know. Actually, that's not a bad idea, because then when I want to separate the silver from the gold, I can just put them through and put a walkway through instead of having an external walkway. Because it's easier to build it without an external walkway because it's already got a fence. Yeah, I know, except I need to get in there, so I need to cut it. It's all crazy, isn't it? You're all drinking. And they drink a lot. So, because there's 12 in there. And I know, like, in summer this would never happen. They would have been divided by now. That's what I normally do. But it's just that they're so, look at them, they're so cohesive. No one's been squashed. They've kept each other warm. And we had the power went out and they were all fine. Mind you, they were like 4 or 5 weeks when that happened. So they weren't like, you know, even if they were young. And when they were young, when they didn't know how to use the heat lamp, they were cold. Because they were only 1 and 2 weeks when I got them. Okay, I know. I'm just standing over them talking to them, so I just want them to get used to me. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.